Ayo, it is May the 10th, 2026. And real quick, it's very important, but also I just wanted to make it real brief. I don't really want to talk very long about it. It's very important, though. We're probably going to talk about it more so, into the future in great detail. But one thing that I want to say is that, here, let me give you a story. It's very recent. Here in San Antonio, I keep up with like as much local stuff as I can. The other day, a school resource officer, get this, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was a school resource officer, some sort of law enforcement here, San Antonio. He done murder-suicided I would assume it's his wife. She has the same last name. Murder-suicided her, and they were actually driving. It was on 410 somewhere, I forget where. On the south side, southwest side, or east side, I don't remember, but you could find it. So this was recent. He murder-suicided them. And, I looked through certain articles, and what I really want to know, I guess it wasn't important, is, what did they crash into? They're driving down the street. He murder-suicide and said she got multiple gunshots. So imagine that, but allegedly, reportedly. So, and I just want to know what did they crash into? Obviously, hopefully not another person. They didn't kill him. All right, or else we probably would have heard about that. I just want to say that in San Antonio, but probably everywhere, but it's like pretty damn prevalent. Like I don't see it or whatever walking down the street around here, but Lord knows what's going on behind closed doors and stuff. Domestic violence situations. I find it pitiful. I find it pathetic. I find people's, I don't know, their investment and their reliance on each other. It's a little bit gay. All right, that's what I want to say about it. And so I make fun of it and stuff like that, man. People be killing each other. They'd be like shooting each other up in the car while they're driving down the street. They'll be like stabbing each other. They'd be choking each other. And I say it because a lot of times both parties are like doing this shit to each other. It's wild and disgusting and pathetic. And I think it's very gay. But, it's like, dude, walk away. I mean, that's what I learned as being a man. It's like, walk away. Like, is it really that important to you? Apparently it is, reportedly. So I just wanted to point that out, number one, but also on a different, kind of unrelated note, still kind of related. My mom, she's just watching when I walked out the door right now. She was watching Akash. I don't want to say his last name is Singh. The comedian? It's from Flagrant to the podcast or something like that. I never really listened to that. But that was that one other comedian, Andrew, I don't remember, but he's very famous, all right? They have that podcast. Now, he's been on hiatus. You probably don't know this, but I just want to mention, like, for example, Akash Singh, allegedly, reportedly, his girlfriend, actually his wife for probably years now, it's a hoe, dude. It's like, but that's what went viral on the internet. Everybody knows about that. And so the situation got so bad that, like he's got to go on a hiatus or something like that. It might be permanent. We're going to have to find out. But because of that situation in particular. So I'm walking outside and, I see my mom watching on a humongous TV, Akash Singh. I ask her about it, and she doesn't hardly even know who that is. She knows he's a comedian. But they're videotapes of all their, I forget, it was Egyptian, I don't remember where they're from, India, right? And they had a big customary, damn traditional Indian wedding. God bless them, right? It looked beautiful and cinematic how they put it. But Lord knows, I think I have some idea what this fellow's going through just because I've seen all the bad moves he was making, and a lot of people saw that and they pointed that out too as well. Obviously, that's why it went viral. Very bad moves, very poor decision making. Although he previously tried to act like he knows some stuff, and he doesn't really. God bless him, but he's found himself in a very bad way, and his wife has told all sort of trash out onto the streets, and everybody knows about it now. And she keeps talking, from what I've heard about. I'm not listening, but it's like she keeps talking about and saying stupid ass stuff. Can't shut her up. You know, it's kind of related to the story that I was talking about a little bit. Of course, they're not going to like that situation is hopefully just never even on the table. All right. And everybody should take that situation off the table. But, you know, consistently they keep beating each other, choking each other, stabbing each other. Grandmas get lit on fire in San Antonio. That's happened at least once. Who knows how many times have grandmas been set on fire in San Antonio? I want to get out of here, but one thing that I definitely want to talk with you more about is, you know, say like, for example, my journey. I stay out of all that mess. I don't have nothing to do with any of that mess, right? I do not think that it's worth it at all anyways. All right, let me see if okay, lock this bad boy up for the night. Always check if you got keys, right? So you don't lock yourself out. I do it every time. It's just to say, okay, real quick note. I am thinking about, and this is completely legal. There's nothing against me doing this. It's like finding out somehow where's my daughter, all right? Because I'm curious, obviously, like just see where she's at. What the hell is she doing and stuff like that, you know? Not to get, okay, none of this is creepy, by the way, or illegal. Just to find out where my daughter's at, all right? Maybe one day I'll see her soon. I mean, we're like in the end of days at the same time, so it's like, who knows what tomorrow brings, right? And one thing you think about sometimes is like, oh man, how you can become the man. You know, like leveling up and making gains and stuff like that. Oh man, you're never like satisfied. You always want to keep making gains, to keep having progress and stuff, to become the man. And a lot of that is like kind of important. I want to say Andrew Tate talks about it a lot, but perhaps he'll even agree at the same time that it's not about becoming the man. It is about being the man. You know, instead of looking off into the horizon of who the man, the so-called man that attracts all the ladies, you know, gets to see his children and this kind of stuff. Oh, he owns his own house and stuff. He's attractive to ladies and stuff. They look at him as some sort of whatever. That's like, oh, becoming the man. But that's in the future. That's in tomorrow. You might not never see tomorrow, especially if you're crashing out like these gentlemen that I've been talking about. It's important that you just be the man. That's what I'm suggesting for myself and for a lot of other people who might be out there. It's important that you just be the man instead of thinking about like, oh, what you could attain to prove to the outside world that you're the man, because you might not ever even see tomorrow. God bless. Hopefully that you do, but you know, we're in chaotic times. And so, you don't have no time to waste. It's not about becoming a man so much as being the man, and we'll talk about it more in the future, but you have to, in order to do that right now, today, you don't have to do anything. You just have to be. And you gotta have like principles, and you gotta stand on your own and be like self-reliant and stuff in whatever ways possible. Have principles and strictly adhere to them, and also be red pill aware and all that kind of jazz about women. Know women's true nature. I'm talking about the men out there, the men, you know, because I'm a man, right? To know the nature of women, to be aware of it, to not be all hateful about it, to not like do violence onto them, like domestic violence and all this stuff for no good reason, because you're wilding out, you're tripping out, you're expecting more from her than really you should be expecting at all anyways. Oh, because you're so invested. See these people, and they could have all sort of, they could be like top comedians and stuff like that, making all sort of money. They could be damn school resource officers and stuff. And he's doing all those things that you said, you might want to do in the future. He's doing those sort of things. And then he's going to shoot his wife in the head while they're driving down the street, shoot himself up while they're driving down the street. And that's selfish as hell. If that guy was a school resource officer, and I'm going to have to double check my facts on that, then even if he was a police officer in general, what business do you have shooting yourself up? You can't just like park the car. Or maybe he did park the car. But they said they found him on 410. I need more details. you could have all these things, but also still not be the man. Oh, you're becoming the man, but you're never the man anyways. So you don't have no principles. You're wilding out. And that's not what the man does. I'll holler at y'all about what the hell a man does. All right? Just what he does naturally. A little bit later. It's getting dark out here.